Look at him, eating whatever he wants, never gaining a pound. While I'm stuck with the boring special and can't lose an ounce.
How's your lunch, man?
Amazing. Yours?
So good.
Oh, I'm so happy for you.
Cool, buddy.
Weight loss isn't fair, but Mochi Health is. The affordable GLP-1 source that can fix your frustration with food.
So, same time next week?
No!
Definitely.
And your friends. Learn more at joinmochi.com. Mochi members have access to licensed physicians and nutritionists. Results may vary.
This is the Washington Times front page for Monday, May 18th, 2026. Thanks for starting your week with us. I'm George Gerbo. The war in Iran has morphed from a barrage of U.S.-Israeli airstrikes to a drawn-out stalemate involving skirmishes at sea, economic blockades, and thorny diplomatic talks. Whether the war is on has become an elusive question, Tom Howell reports, depending on who is speaking and in what context. President Trump told Congress hostilities ended when the countries entered a ceasefire in early April. He wanted to get around a war powers resolution deadline that gives the president only 60 days to either end hostilities or obtain congressional authorization to continue them. Yet the U.S. is imposing a major blockade of Iranian ports, suggesting the two nations remain locked in a standoff. Alaska Republican Senator Lisa Murkowski pointed to the confusion when she joined two other Republicans and all but one Democrat in a vote last week to constrain the president's war powers. The U.S. and Iran have traded peace proposals in recent weeks, with Pakistani officials serving as mediators. Louisiana Senator Bill Cassidy, who voted to convict President Trump at his 2021 impeachment trial, lost his bid for a third term Saturday after placing third in the Republican primary. Lindsay McPherson reports Representative Julia Letlow, who was endorsed by the president, placed first with 45% of the vote. She'll face Louisiana Treasurer John Fleming, who came in second with 28% in a June 27th runoff election. Cassidy garnered only 25% of the vote. He referenced attacks by the president in his concession speech, but didn't call out Trump by name, saying, "Insults only bother me if they come from somebody of character and integrity." The Department of Homeland Security has lowered the accuracy rate of its systematic alien verification for entitlements, the collection of databases the government uses to pressure states to clean up voter rolls. Stephen Dinan reports the department has cut SAVE's target accuracy rate from 99% to 97%. The actual accuracy rate, the frequency which agency personnel verified records correctly during manual reviews, fell from 99% in 2024 to 98% last year, according to data that U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services provided to Congress this spring. SAVE combines data from the Social Security Administration, State Department, DHS, and several dozen states that have shared their information, allowing the government to cross-check names to spot duplicates and other ineligible voters. Lawmakers and military insiders say the Pentagon's increasing reliance on special operations forces has not been adequately matched in the military's budget. Although the Pentagon is eyeing a 44% overall budget increase to $1.5 trillion, Ben Wolfgang reports the top-line budget for U.S. Special Operations Command operations and maintenance would rise much more modestly, from $9.7 billion to $10.9 billion in 2027. Those figures don't include funding for procurement, research and development, and other costs associated with Special Operations Command. Some prominent military analysts argue a deep underlying disconnect exists between the changing nature of 21st century combat and the light investment in the select unconventional units tasked with America's most difficult and most sensitive military missions. And finally, in a war increasingly defined by nimble and lethal drones, training at Ukraine's Killhouse Academy is one way to conserve manpower. Inside a former industrial complex turned training ground, Guillaume Patak reports students weave drones through tires, pipes, and improvised gates before steering toward mock targets. Upstairs, classrooms and workshops have students solder, troubleshoot, and prepare for the next round of flights. Find all of today's front page stories at WashingtonTimes.com/front page or on the Washington Times app, and find us wherever you get your podcasts. You can also find us on social media at Wash Times for breaking news, sports, commentary, and more. The Washington Times. I'm George Gerbo.
Are you noticing your car insurance rate creep up even without tickets or claims? You're not alone. That's why there's Jerry, your proactive insurance assistant. Jerry handles the legwork by comparing quotes side by side from over 50 top insurers so you can confidently hit buy. No spam calls, no hidden fees. Jerry even tracks rates and alerts you when it's best to shop. Drivers who save with Jerry could save over $1,300 a year. Don't settle for higher rates. Download the Jerry app or visit jerry.ai/Libsyn today. That's JERRY.ai/LIBSYN.